Typical Yanks doing a block wall and putting down a bunch of concrete.
It's too wet, it's gonna drip down and crack, they act like. If it's too dry, it's not gonna adhere to the cement block. I'm not gonna lie, I'm exhausted. My back hurts. All right, we took a time out. We had to rethink our plans through. I would not recommend doing this. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today is a big day for us because we are doing something that most people would hire professionals for. Stuccoing our wall. They say probably you shouldn't do this because it takes a little skill and talent, and we don't care about that, right?
Well, you seem to have some wiggle room on exactly what you'll accept. You want something a little more rustic, not necessarily unfinished, but a little more, you know, it doesn't have to be perfectly flat and smooth. So, you know, it's our own wall. We can accept whatever work we do, and if we don't like it, we can tear it down. There is some artistry to stucco. It's not just like throwing concrete on the floor and making it flat. So I'm a little concerned about that. Another trepidation is that this particular product we're working with is pretty expensive. So you really don't want to blow it. So there is that. But either way, we got a lot of work to do. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. So, you know, we gotta get to work.
We're both gonna be hands-on today. So
oh yeah, for all you old
people
Larrys
that tell me I don't do anything.
Yeah.
Today I actually have to do something.
Come
for
on,
once.
put that woman to work. Put her to work. So y'all gonna get to see Kristen with a shovel in her hands today because she's gonna be my runner.
Yeah, college boy's gonna be on site.
Alright, so since this is our first time and we're learning, we decided to start on the back of the wall and the furthest away corner that only we're ever going to see in case we mess it up real bad. So we're going to work it out here. Everyone I see works from the bottom to the top with their stucco. Everyone starts dragging on the bottom and going up. So I have to clear out this grass, some of these rocks, so that I have a nice, clean, approachable station to do. So that's what we're going to do. Next, we're going to wet the wall. It's been out here for, you know, a month or two, maybe even longer, 6 weeks. So it's gotten some dust on it. It's accumulated some dirt. So we're going to pressure wash it off. Kristen got me this little pressure washer, little electric pressure washer. It's good for lighter duty jobs. Be great for cleaning a car or something like that. I did hit a little spot on the RV just to show Kristen its cleaning powers. So we're going to go ahead and knock this down now, get it pressure washed off, and then we're going to be ready to start mixing and running and gunning.
It's time now to start mixing the stucco. Let's hope I can keep up a good consistency. If it's too wet, it's gonna drip down and crack, they act like. If it's too dry, it's not gonna adhere to the cement block, cinder block, whatever it's called. So I gotta get this right. Matt's gonna be helping me though, so let's see how this goes. I got my safety gear. I am ready to go. Does it look like the right consistency?
We're gonna find out.
Okay, it looks like it's going well, right? It's adhering on. Alright guys, that was pretty difficult, but we pulled it off. I feel like it looks really good. It's exactly what I envisioned when I wanted like a Mediterranean vibe. I feel like it looks really good. How do you feel?
I feel like it turned out real well. I'm happy with it. You know, it's a good like natural kind of raw finish, which is kind of what we wanted to blend in with the jungle. We didn't want to make anything too big, gray, concrete slabs that a lot of my English people from England seem to get really mad when you build a block wall or something. I've seen a lot of comments. They're like, typical Yanks doing a block wall and putting down a bunch of concrete. And I'm like, dude, I know you drive on roads. I know you live in a house with walls. Like, don't be acting like you live in a mud hut just because you're from England. But anyway, yeah, so we're doing it. I like the way it looks. It's very natural. Definitely looks much more beautiful than the block wall. Like when we're walking around now, I just kind of catch it looking through different ways, and it looks really pretty. I think it looks really, really nice. It was maintainable. This took 10 bags to do, and we had a little bit left over. So I'm happy that the cost is going to be down. I was thinking that we'd get as much done as we got with like the concrete bags, and the Sacrete don't go real far when you're filling them boys. So I said, oh man, what if it takes 100 bags of this? It's going to be $2 grand worth of stucco, but it's going to be less, you know, 700 worth of stucco, something like that. But I think when it's all said and done, you know, the money that we're going to have in this wall versus how beautiful it's going to look, I think we're killing it. I think we're, you know, making dollar for dollar on this for sure.
And what'd you think about College Boy?
You killed it. You killed it. She was, you know, a few times.
I did it, guys. My arms are sore though. I feel the soreness of scooping. I have weak wrists, so
yeah, we had to adjust. You know, a normal person would just stick the shovel in and throw it on a stick, but she was Johnny on the spot. with it. She was ready. She stuck the trowel in there and she fed it out and then brought it to me. So it was good. It worked real well. I think we both had a real good pace going together. It'll only get better from here. That's the thing with these projects. You know, you never know how fast they're going to go off. You never know exactly what's going on. Clearly not to cry, but you do have to film as well. Otherwise, we can't take y'all on for the journey. So, yeah.
We're going to get more done tomorrow, and this is just, we're going to knock this out.
Yeah, I think we're going to get it done. And I think it's going to look really, really pretty. Once this is done, then we get the gates in, get the fence in, get the landscaping down, the grading, and then the gravel. That's going to be nice. It's going to be beautiful, and hopefully we get all that done before we got to get married.
Let's see. It's a few days later. It has been raining non-stop here. We knew every time we thought about it, the sun was kind of shining. We're like, maybe we could do it and finish this stucco, but we didn't want to ruin the project. So we waited it out. Matt got a shader for emergencies. Today it looks sunny, but you never know. We're gonna go for it anyways. We have a whole chocolate waterfall now. When it rains, all the waterfall. Did you think we had a real chocolate waterfall? You made a face like you were confused.
We had a Yoo-hoo river.
So that's besides the point. We're gonna get into it today. You have any last words before we slave and my wrists are broken?
Absolutely none. I'm ready to rip and ride. I think we got you set up for success, and we're gonna get done what we can get done. If we got to piecemeal the stucco into 10 different parts, that's what we're gonna do.
And I'm wearing the same outfit again because I'm not gonna ruin multiple outfits.
Me too.
So,
Me too. So don't call us stinky. We're just trying to be good boys and girls, because these will be getting thrown in the trash after this stucco.
well, this is one of my GBU shirts, so I can't throw it in the
They
trash.
can't be saved. They cannot be saved.
Yes, they can.
All right, guys, so we're gonna start in the front. What's gonna be facing the road. We had our good practice session on the back. Everything came out quite all right. So now we're gonna work it on the front so that we can finish off this section. The front wall without the gates so far is 3 separate sections. So we're gonna do them, this one, and that one. So yeah, we're going on the front now because the sun is behind the wall. So it keeps the sun off of the fresh stucco, which should give us a little more workability time, because last time that heat was beaming around the wall and it dried like 15 minutes after putting it up. So as soon as you could get it on, it was about dry. So we're gonna rip it that way, and we're gonna get the job done.
We got the front wall put on, the stucco's put on. We're having a little trouble, I think, with the humidity is different and the temperature is different than the first time, not being in the sun. We had a little bit of curtaining. Maybe our mixture was made a little too wet. But overall, I think it's coming out pretty good. We're just working on smoothing it out now.
Alright, so we got the bulk of that big wall done. This is the biggest, tallest section of the wall, so we got a good shoulder burn reaching up there to do that. We almost had a crisis because we had a dry mix. We had 2 dry bags put in and then add in the water, which made it kind of clumpy and it was a little bit harder to deal with, but we were able to ferret out. Crisis averted. We're going, like I said, for the very natural kind of Greek. Looks like you just rubbed it on there with your hands kind of style, so it can't really come out too bad. We're just trying to stay away from trowel marks and, you know, where it looks like we don't know what we're doing.
Took a time out. We had to rethink our plans through. We're having a little bit of issues. There's a little bit of curtaining and gooping. It's nothing major. There's a few holes, so we kind of had to fix some of that up. But what we think is that earlier Matt said we didn't want to be in the sun because it was drying so fast, but I think now, and you let me know what you think, that actually was helpful, it drying faster, because now it's just kind of sitting wet and then having time to slide down. The mix is staying a lot more wetter no matter how hard I try to make it a drier mix. It ends up getting wetter. It's just like, even the wall is like colder and wet because it's been raining for a lot of days, so.
Yeah, the humidity's through the roof, basically, and we're learning this. We're new stuccoers. But yeah, like this wall that I sprayed 3.5, 4 hours ago this morning is still damp all the way throughout it. So the mud for sure is not drying out nearly at all. There's a puddle that I dropped off of the spatula in the shade like an hour and a half ago that's still like extremely wet. So we weren't getting any curtaining at all in the very first one, and now we are a little bit, which is fine. We're just going back and having to mind it, but I think if we get on the sunny side, we can get that other side done today, and then hopefully this one can dry out tomorrow if we don't get any rain, and then this one will be ready to go then.
Yeah, we're gonna keep going. Maybe that's not the best decision,
it's
but
the best decision.
We're doing it anyways.
It done, it's stucco on a wall, and to have it done and be over with is better than us saying we can get a professional finish. It takes time. If we got to go back over and scratch coat it to even it out later, we got to do that. But
it's coming out.
You got to pop.
We're not being negative. We're just trying to make sure it comes out good. Pretty much finished the back wall of this side. I'm not gonna lie, I'm exhausted. My back hurts. I feel like I have muscles that are just like stabbing out of my body, like I'm getting really buff. And these trays, you know, on camera I bet it looks like I'm not doing much, but this is a lot of hard work. So all those people that say I never do anything, make sure in the comments you tell me what a great job I'm doing. I want to see all the great job, Kristens. You're killing it, Kristens. I want to see that all in the comments. So take your time right now and go type it up. We got it done. It took all day. I'm pretty tired. I'm gonna have arms like Miley Cyrus at the Grammys. I'm getting buff, guys. My skin has gotten rubbed raw. This stucco eats right through the gloves, has dried my hands out so bad. I would not recommend doing this unless you really want your stucco done.
I mean, you could always hire a guy to do it, but then where would be the fun in that? I think it looks really good though. I think when it's all said and done, it's kind of what I had envisioned, you know, for what Kristen had envisioned, because that's what I do here at Sailing GBU. I wait till she envisions something, then I try to envision what she's envisioning. But I think it looks about there. You know, it looks really good against the backdrop of like the jungle when you catch in glimpses of it there. And I think it, you know, couldn't look much better in my opinion for a couple of full-blown rookies first time. And so
this is an expensive product though, so it's pretty much fail-safe, right?
Yeah, I mean, some of these things, there's an art to it, but it's like being a bartender. This is a one-in-one mix, so you don't have to be a
rum and coke.
Yeah, you don't have to be a bartender to make a Jack and Coke or rum and coke. You mix the water with this and you spread it out. The wall and all that was straight. We really tried to pay attention to everything we were doing, so you know, make it a 1/2 inch. Slide it, try to keep it about right there, and then you take a step back. If it looks too wobbly, you hit it again. But we'll see tomorrow morning when the sun comes up over there. It'll be beaming on the wall, and I remember I thought that my blocks were looking really nice and straight. And the next day when I saw that sun hitting it at an angle, and I was like, oh Lord Jesus, I'm fired. But yeah, so I'm hyped. I think, and once Kristen does the landscaping and, you know, the gates, I think it's going to be a very welcome, inviting, hey, this is cool, you know, GBU
This is a
forest.
nice luxury area.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching, guys. We couldn't get much done this week because of the rain, but we did get this done. I feel great about it. It's one step closer to making our dreams a reality.
Yep. Hopefully we can get this whole front area done before the wedding. Wouldn't that be nice?
Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you check out our Patreon if you want to chit chat with us one-on-one or anything like that, real-time updates. And make sure you like, subscribe. If you're new, subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Bye.